City.
The following program is paid for, and the opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app. It's the weekend. It's time for the locker room. Brad Quast.
Good morning, Billy.
Studio. How you feeling, Brad?
Oh, Peachy. Good morning. Good morning.
3-point stand.
Yeah. It was a long one.
Josh Henning on the other side. He's pushing the buttons. What's up, Josh?
Living the dream, boys.
All right,
All good.
You guys, and of course, Jake from
State Farms.
We're not allowed to push that, but Jake's in here, the intern.
Just call him Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake.
That's it.
And Jake's family is in town. They all went out last night. You got ripped up, huh? Look at the young buck in there. He's struggling a little bit. Went out with Aunt Joni last night.
He can't bounce back like
These young kids. And that's like a segue into talking about these young athletes today, Q. But listen, I'm gonna stay true to who I am, Q. I'm gonna stay true to who I am. I get excited. I'm a believer. I want our teams to win. I'm not gonna be a naysayer. Yeah, the Phillies are 3-5. They look like crap over the last, but I'm not giving up on them. I said 93 wins.
Yeah,
I'm still sticking around 91, 92.
They hit the ball. They just can't field, and they can't. And their pitching's letting them down.
They're not even hitting the ball. They didn't hit the ball last night.
No, not last night. Exactly.
And we're gonna break that down. We're gonna talk a lot about Phillies baseball. We're going to talk a lot about the Sixers in Toronto. Playoff starts tonight at 6 o'clock, and there's a lot of naysayers. Everybody's worried about Harden. Everybody's worried about Joel Embiid won the scoring title in the NBA. I think he should win the MVP of the league. There's no reason why I don't think that if he plays has a monster series and plays up to his ability, they can't beat Toronto.
I think they beat Toronto.
All right, I think they
beat Toronto in 5 games.
Right. So we're going to break that down. We got the Sportsbook Consigliere from Vegas at 10:30, and then we're going to get into it. We got a text board question today, 609-403-0973. Why can the Sixers win this series? Why can they win? Give me some reasons why you think the Sixers will win this series. And I think the Sixers can win the series because they have the MVP in Joel Embiid. There's nobody, I think, on the Toronto team that can stop Joel Embiid.
I agree, and Harden's he's got to put 25 plus.
Jeff, James Harden.
Yeah.
All right. If he just knocks down, he's been missing a lot of his shots. And I don't know about you, Josh. During the week we have different listening patterns and where we get some of our information from. But did I hear people talking about that Harden has said or made it clear that he hasn't been not trying as hard, but he's like pacing himself?
That's not what he said.
Well, tell me exactly what he said, because I didn't catch all of it.
So what happened was Harden earlier this week was asked about pressure.
Right.
The idea of, hey, it's your first playoff series, Philadelphia. You've had struggles in the past. Are you feeling the pressure? And Harden's response, to the chagrin of a lot of people, was, I don't feel any pressure. I've accomplished a lot in my career. I'm here to help this team do whatever it needs to do to win. That was basically his answer.
Well, now, Q, man, as a professional.
But wouldn't you want him to say, listen, I want a stronger response out of him.
Yeah.
To be a leader.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want him to step up.
And that's why I was asking you as a former professional athlete. You don't want to hear that. You want to hear, and that gets me back to things that Doc Rivers has said during the week and last week. Especially when Reed had a great game last week and he downplayed it, and what are we going to get on the Reed bandwagon because he had a great game? And
the Reed victory tour, he called it.
That was condescending.
Yeah, it is, and the modern athlete just doesn't have that same.
How does that kid feel?
Well, exactly. I don't know. It's just
If
the
your
response is bad.
Q, if your coach said to you, say you had a monster game, and you're on the bench and you're trying to get a starting job. See, that's what sometimes with big time college athletics and even in the pros, if you got that if you're stigmatized as a bench player, it's like so much harder for you to come off.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
you don't want to hear that.
You don't want to hear that.
You don't want to hear that.
Because in your mind, aren't you thinking that you want to be a starter?
You want to be a starter, and you're the best player on the team, and you want to strive for that. But a bench player kind of demeans what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying to you is, so you get that opportunity, you can take advantage of it.
Full advantage.
And if he did that, why lessen that? All that does is create division, I think.
Yes. And I think you have to be real careful of the communication in the locker room and how you communicate with these athletes, because you're right. I mean, you don't want to, you feel demeaned.
Josh, do you think the Sixers have a big problem with the words that have been spoken over the last 2 weeks? Does that give you concern, Josh?
I'm concerned more about the fact that they don't understand that perception is reality. I think that the Sixers have a problem when it comes to, they think they're immune to certain things. And, from Doc Rivers telling the media, let me slow it down for you so you understand me,
or
you know what?
Yeah,
that's
condescending.
You know what, Josh? Great point. That is the ultimate slap in the face.
Yes.
When a coach condescends to the fans, like, you don't know, like, I've been around this game and I played. Now, look, Josh knows, and you know too, Q, I would rather have someone who has been through the war, played the game, running my organization, or as the Flyers say, organization, than someone that hasn't. That being said, you can't be a coach or a GM or something and condescend and talk down to your fan base like they don't know what they're.
I think he had a bad day, though. He's normally not like that, though.
No,
but then you should have said something the next day, like, hey, I was a little too aggressive. Yes. My bad.
I was pissed or whatever.
Something. He didn't do that.
And how about this?
He didn't do that.
And how about this? That goes back to that. That's perfect segue, Josh. Alec Boehm during the week. He is, and it's so funny. I mean, just to show you how TV, television, social media, everything has changed the whole dynamic of sport.
Oh my God.
He has walked off the field or walked to the pitching mound and says, I hate this bleeping place. Yeah. And I mean, it's so slight for people to run that as often as they did, all right, and to make a big thing. But guess what? The kid did the right thing.
He stepped up in the locker room,
took responsibility,
owned it.
He owned it, and I think the fans love him more now.
And the fans gave him a standing ovation the next day.
Exactly.
By the way, Bowman's one of the best hitters on the team right now, statistically.
I know, right?
So right? I don't know what we take out of that, but the guy can't play defense for anything, but he can hit.
He can hit the ball. But these athletes are under so much scrutiny, and with social media and everything, you have to really be careful what you say. But
talk about hitting. He's hit. By the way, I know it's early in the season, but he's hitting 714.
Oh yeah, it's early. It's still early.
That's crazy.
He can't hit the ball.
By the way,
he's good.
So I pulled up the doc audio for those who didn't hear the full, because it's one of those things where it's one thing if me and Billy talk about it, or you hear some blowhard on some other station vomiting stuff on the radio. Here is the question and the answer from Doc Rivers, and the reporter was Derek Bodner from The Athletic.
Regrets maybe not playing ball a little bit more earlier in the season.
Let me clarify this one more time for everybody who struggles with this. When there's a small lineup, I'm going to say it slow so we can all pick it up. We'll play smaller with Paul. When there's a big five, you play bigger with DJ. Do we all have that now?
You know what? Cut that. That infuriates me the way he talked to you. I took it. He was talking to me.
Yeah, he was talking to everybody.
He was talking to everybody.
He was talking down on people. And you know what? Guess what? The fans are paying your salary.
That's right. But especially since his record in the playoffs haven't been too good. Lately.
That's real condescending.
Right?
Real condescending.
Now on Wednesday, I took my daughter to the Phillies game.
I saw those pictures.
My dauter's the best. She just melts my heart.
I saw that on Instagram.
Here's the thing.
I saw that.
Yeah, Josh, here's the thing, you guys. You can't take a 6-year-old to a Phillies game that's going to last over 4 hours.
No.
I mean, you're like, and then they took that. They used to have that fun house for the kids to slide in. I mean, they can only eat so much cotton candy and ice cream and water ice before they start to explode from sugar.
Exactly, and it's so slow.
And the game, 4 hours at a ballpark.
You were better off at the Flyers game.
Right.
We were at the Mets game in a box, and we stayed half of the game.
Right.
I mean, it's just not.
No, we went to the Blues.
No, but I went to the. Me and Jack went to the.
You guys went to the. Okay.
Went to the Mets
I
game
had great
in a
seats.
box.
We sat in section 145 in left field, right
Yeah.
below that Xfinity sign.
Yep.
Row 4, and I said to my daughter, "Bring your glove. We're going to catch a home run."
Yeah.
All the home runs went to right
All
field.
those sides.
Always how it happens.
It's just not it's tough for young kids to watch baseball, man.
You can't bring a child.
No.
I don't think you can bring a kid under 12 to a baseball game that lasts 4 hours.
I don't have the attention span for baseball.
Yeah, I know. You don't have attention span for too much.
No.
But
it's different when you're an adult, like you said. You're with your buddies,
Yeah.
with people you know. You're yucking it up. For a young kid, how long can you stay in one spot?
You can't.
So Pete Thompson was at that game with one of the Thomas boys, and we were sending pictures back and forth. They were sitting in the shade because they were on the behind the plate.
Yeah.
I think we were in the outfield where the sun was shining. But it was downright hot.
beating on you.
Yeah, it was cooking us.
But that's what baseball's all about.
So it's just like we got so much to talk about. We got the sportsbook Consigliere at 10:30. We're gonna get his predictions on the Sixers and how about the Hawks last night? So I got so pissed off watching the Phillies. Just like they stink right now, and I'm not getting off the bandwagon. And they just infuriate me to watch. What's wrong with Eflin and Nola? We're gonna get into that. On the other side, I'm gonna give out the phone number. I'm gonna give out the text board. We're gonna get it all going today, but. Eflin, I couldn't watch the game, so I watched the Hawks.
Really?
The Hawks looked good last night.
They did.
They didn't even have Clint Capella.
Also, no John Collins either. They're
Right.
playing without two of their four best players.
That's right. And Trae Young. Here's the thing. This is what leads me to believe that the Sixers can win this series against Toronto. If your best player plays the way he's capable and the way he should dominate, and Harding just does his job. Right? He knocks down half of his shots.
Yep.
They'll win.
They'll win.
I mean, Maxi's got to play well too. But those three guys.
They should win. The matchup favors the Sixers.
Right?
Yes.
But
they got to step up.
Look,
that's the question.
Here's the thing. The Toronto leads the series this year. They've won 3 out of 4 games. All games have been close.
Now we should know one game Embiid didn't play.
And 2 games Van Fleet didn't play for them.
Right. So it's kind of like
it's a different season. Playoffs are playoffs.
Exactly.
So
it's a different world now.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to mention the passing of a NHL legend. Mike Bossy died of cancer, lung cancer.
Really? How old was he?
I think he was in his 70s, but no, maybe 60s. Mike Bossy, New York Islander, all-time great. He passed away from cancer. Sad to hear. Send our prayers and condolences out to his family and the Islanders. But I remember watching him play. Tomorrow on the program with Pete Thompson and I, we're going to talk with former Flyers captain Dave Poulin tomorrow.
Okay.
And he's going to talk about that. So I just wanted to mention that. So we got a lot to do. We got short time to do it in. Let's have a lot of fun today. 609-403-0973 is the text board. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Why can the Sixers win this series? Why will the Sixers win this series? Of course, 609-573-3776 is the phone number if you want to talk about the Phillies, the Sixers today. Let's hear from you guys. 609-573-3776. I always have a running bet with my good buddy Jeff Dowling. Okay. And he's a big Mets fan.
Yeah.
And I'm a Phillies fan. So we bet the series. I owe him lunch.
Really?
The Mets took us. All right.
Yep.
Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Of course, Surety is celebrating 30 years in business, doing a great job. Hey, My Winter Watchdog, have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service? My Winter Watchdog, you know those worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you hear of a storm coming and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house, hours of time on the road, or if you're in Florida, you're somewhere away for the winter. You want to make sure your house is safe. Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869, or send Debbie an email, Debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. All right, when we return, we'll take your phone calls, read some text messages, and get into some great sports talk here on a Saturday morning in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers playoff basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McInnes, calling all the play-by-play action.
Kyrie steals the ball. The Sixers on the move. Harris into the lane. Bam! Right hand slam.
It's Sixers Raptors Game 1. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers playoff basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
With GMF financing approved by the excludes Corvette. It's just in. Right now, Bennett Chevrolet is paying a minimum $8,000 for any trade. That's at least $8,000 for any trade, running or not. Bennett is doing it again. Want $8,000 for that old rotted out rat trap? Just drive it, push it, tow it to Bennett Chevrolet for a minimum $8,000 towards any pre-owned vehicle in stock. Got a good trade? Well, if we're paying a minimum $8,000 for total junk, imagine how much more you'll get for a good quality trade. Looking for new? There's no beating Bennett, because unlike other dealers, we're not selling over factory sticker. And there's 0% available financing. Plus, if you're stuck in a lease, bring it to Bennett. We can get you out early. Any make, any model. And remember, Bennett will buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Stop in for a quick quote. No pressure or obligation, because our non-commissioned sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Find new roads at Bennett Chevrolet, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, 97.3 ESPN. Got a lot to talk about. Sixers at 6 o'clock against the Raptors. Start the playoffs. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Why will the Sixers win the series? 609-403-0973 is the question is, why will the Sixers win the series? And, of course, if you want to call, the phone number is 609-573-5787. 3776. And let's go to the phones right now because my good buddy Jeff Dowling, the big Met fan, is going to call in, sing the Met song. He's going to gloat. Go ahead, Jeff. Welcome into the locker room.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Monday on that comeback, being a baseball lover, I love baseball. I really did love the comeback. That team showed spirit. They were jumping around and just having victories. And then come Tuesday, the Mets tied it up. And then come Wednesday, the game that you went to couldn't have been even sweeter in my eyes.
He's rubbing it in.
You went to the game where you realized that you owe me lunch.
Yeah, so, Jeff, where are you making Billy take you to lunch?
Today. You know what? I'd really like a big old fat juicy steak and a big old fat baked potato.
Well, guess what? It's lunch, buddy. That's dinner. That's a dinner plate. We have a lunch bet.
Okay.
By the way, your Mets.
How about how about some Mexican?
We can do Reds Jersey Mex. How about that?
That sounds amazing.
Jeff, do you know how well your pitching staff is doing? The Mets pitching staff is, by the way. You have any idea?
I do.
Your starters are like they're just like their best ERA in baseball. They were like, I think after the first 7 games, they were like 5-1, the starters, and 1.29 ERA. They got like 47 strikeouts and hardly walked anybody. They're and they don't even have Jacob deGrom.
No, deGrom's not in there yet. Yeah.
See, here's what let me.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you should be, and I'm not.
We're jealous.
Listen,
we're jealous.
I want you, just from a fan's perspective. That's what this show's all about. We're just fans, except for Q. He's a former player, but we're fans. From a fan's perspective, and since you're from a Mets fan's perspective, what's the difference between not the numbers, but what the difference between Max Scherzer and Aaron Nola in their demeanor? What do you see the difference between those two pitchers?
The focus. I was ecstatic when we picked up Scherzer. I was like, no way, no freaking way. But yeah, he is. You don't want to throw the ball in the same spot every time. He reminds me of the 90s, any pitcher from the 90s from the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good stuff.
Just amazing. Glavine, those guys were just on. And Glavine, it was amazing because he could paint the corners. And even if it was a little
but you know what, though, Jeff, I got to tell you, though, looking at that gun, too, Brad, Scherzer was throwing 96-mile-an-hour fastballs, 4-seamers. The dude was like, he did walk. Look, we loaded the bases and he got out of the jam. I don't know if it was because the Phillies bats were silent or Scherzer's that good, but he got out of a jam twice.
Yeah, he's that good. He's that good, and his ball moves, and he it's like you said, hits the corners. He's a great pitcher. So,
all right, Jeff. Well, listen, man, I let you gloat. I will be seeing you soon. And I'll get your Reds jersey match. All right. I'll see you next series.
Nice. Hey, and next week the Phillies go to New York.
I know.
Oh,
that's
boy.
True. All right, Jeff Bo. Thanks, brother.
See you.
All right, buddy. Talk to you.
So here's so that's getting back. I asked him the difference between Scherzer, just the demeanor on the mound. I mean, Nola was throwing his fastball when I was looking, because I looked at the gun. I look at the gun a lot, and he was throwing 93, 94. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's got command. He's got control. He's got a great curveball. And then he just doesn't finish. He's inconsistent.
Well, if his fastball's not moving at 93, they're gonna hit the ball. So you have to be consistent. And you got to have your other 3 pitches working for you.
All right. Another thing that I'd like to bring up about, and we're going to bounce it back before everything's on the table. Phillies, Sixers all day long. Phillies, Sixers all morning long here in the locker room. 609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, why will the Sixers win this series? Tell me why you think the Sixers can win this series. 609-403-0973. But getting back to the Phillies, we got Kyle Schwarber, we got and Nick Castellanos. He's hit more, I think, doubles or extra base hits than anybody in the last couple of years. And he's doing his job because Castellanos is batting 300. All right, he already hit 4 doubles, so he's. But Schwarber does not look like your typical leadoff batter. Now I know the game has changed because of analytics. They're looking to hit home runs and everything, and they got power, but he's not your traditional leadoff hitter. He doesn't have speed. He doesn't steal bases. Not that they steal bases anymore, but you know what I mean? He's just like, if I were him, why can't you drop him down? Maybe say like, I know Bryce Harper's in the 3-hole, but maybe put Schwarber number 2. I don't know. I think
who would you have lead off?
Well, that's the thing. Their lineup is full of bangers.
But that's the point that Brad just made. That is, if you take who you putting in,
who you put in, they'll find he'll get the lineup right. I mean, they're going to move. It's still early in the year, but they kind of feel it. But who else are you going to put there?
The problem with the Phillies is that this is the hand Girardi was dealt. He was dealt this lineup, and he's got to figure out how to make do. Like, look at the situation with Vierling. The dude sucks, all right? The dude can't hit a lick, but we're stuck with him because Herrera and Moniak are injured, and they traded away Adam Hazley.
So why don't you put, all right, so we have a problem at third base defensively because Bohm can't field himself out of a wet paper bag.
He can't field at all.
Camarado's hitting it. He's hitting 333.
It's still early.
Why
in the
go
year.
with the hot guy? He's a leadoff guy type of guy.
Who, Camargo?
Right? Don't you think
No, he's not.
No.
Now, see,
there's no traditional.
No, there is none on the lineup.
The leadoff hitter needs to be a guy who works the count, gets on base.
And he's got to have some wheels because you got to get him, bunt him around.
And the problem is that the only guy who even closely fits that narrative is Gene Segura. But for whatever reason, this organization feels like Segura is better not in that leadoff role. So
some people can't take the pressure in the leadoff role. Maybe they're not they can't step up
because the game has changed so much. We get into that. The game has changed so much with the analytics of it all. It's the old-fashioned game is no longer, right? I mean, you don't get like the leadoff hitter was a guy that could work the count, get on base, steal a base, and the second guy was somebody that could hit the ball the other way,
just hit the
give
ball.
himself up, right? Manufacture a run. But now the home run reigns supreme.
It's analytics reign supreme.
And it's
these people are so dependent on numbers. They have no rationalization of the game in front of them.
And I'm afraid Joe Girardi, who is a throwback player in a sense, is letting this analytics, I think, control a lot of
it.
It's controlling.
He's got some guy in his ear telling him, well, Joe, the numbers say in the 7th inning in April for the last 10 years that if you bet this guy was the left-handed pitcher in a 2-3 count or whatever.
Well, it's the money ball thing. Money ball,
By the way, just to let you know, Schwarber's 0.94 right now. He's about and Harper's 138. No, it's baseball. They'll straighten it out. I'm sure they'll bring it up. But Schwarber, I also saw a stat that he bats like 213 against when he leads off.
Yeah, that's not good.
So he's not looking at
Harper's
that number.
Harper's got to start playing better.
All right. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Why will the Sixers win the series against Toronto? Let us know why you think the Sixers can beat Toronto in round 1. First hour locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers, sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli mid-size sedan of the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at Maserati, the mainline today, RDS Auto, 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at MOTML.com. When we return, we'll go to Vegas and talk to the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweiman, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday, we'll recap the Sixers and Raptors game number 1 and get you ready for game number 2. We'll recap the Phillies and Marlins series down in Miami, plus 4 more chances for you to qualify for an Eagles road trip in 2022. Happy Easter, everybody. Talk to you Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi, this is Camden County Commissioner Director Lou Capelli with some quick COVID vaccine facts. First, if you haven't received your booster shot, you are not fully protected. 99% of our positive cases are people who haven't been boosted. Second, growing up, almost all of us were vaccinated to protect us from infectious diseases. And COVID vaccines are no different. This is your shot. Make it count. And remember, if you're not boosted, you're not fully protected. Visit CamdenCounty.com/vaccine for more information.
How do you make the most of your land? If you ask the Wrens, who run with us on a John Deere mower, they tell you,
I mow first, then I do all the trimming.
But the Hubbards, who work behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, would say,
if it's something you want, just go after it and try it.
Then there's the Mosers, who may mention from the seat of their John Deere Gator UTV,
you can't be all work and not play.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're speaking another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Always wanted a Jersey Shore mansion? With a $325 million Powerball jackpot win, you could buy the shore home of your dreams. Plus one for everyone in your family. It's just that many millions. Anything can happen in Jersey.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, Saturday morning. Before we get to our first guest, we got received a couple text messages. Keep them coming, 609-403-0973. Why will the Sixers win the series against Toronto? Now it's time, Q, for our favorite segment. Each and every Saturday, we fly out to Vegas. All right, now if it's not physically, it's in our mind, but we get to talk to our next guest, our first guest each and every Saturday. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the locker room, the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan. What's up, David?
What's he got? Miami.
He's breaking our stones. Look
What's he got?
He's got the Marlins stuff
Marlins.
on.
There
Dave,
you go.
you're crushing me, man.
I mean,
by the way, we're streaming. We're on StreamYard. We're on my YouTube channel.
Billy Schweim's YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dave Sharapan. Dave, man, I'm bummed out.
By the way, Dave, we've been on Billy's YouTube and Facebook for months, but he almost never promotes it.
I can't believe that Billy has a YouTube and a Facebook page, period. Like, I mean, because Billy still reads the paper.
But the fact that
Oh, he's got that too.
He's got that.
I mean, seriously, tell everybody, Billy. I'll tell everybody. I didn't even know you had it. I mean, just give me the link. I'll promote it myself on Twitter and everything else. Good to see you, boys. Billy, it's not busting stones.
Why are you doing this to me?
Billy,
come on, Dave.
I got to say the hat is clean.
Yeah,
it is. It's what the kids say.
Look at
Josh.
that.
That's what it is. I mean, and it's a Miami Giants Negro League collection for Jackie Robinson weekend. I got, someone gave me these and hooked me up, and I was like, yeah, I'll wear them. So it's a clean hat. Miami's beating the Phillies. They keep beating the Phillies. It's not
you can't beat them.
I mean,
it's not just this. It's every year.
We
can't beat the Marlins.
This is a problem. This is a problem. And at least you know it, because people don't know it and they keep betting them. And I don't understand why, but it happens. And I just figured I'd come on and tell you guys. That's all.
Really quick. Here's a stat from the Josh Research Department. Can you name the last time the Phillies beat Miami in a season series?
Wow. Are we going on over 2 years ago?
Over 2 years, it looks like.
Oh my gosh, that's
anybody just jump in with
I'm gonna say 2016.
Dave,
I'll say 2017.
2018.
Why not?
Well, Brad hit it just by
bing, 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 bing.
2018, they went 11-8. Since then, they've lost every single year series.
And I bet you even before that, they probably didn't win a lot of games before that either.
Why is it just a matchup? What do you think?
Why is that?
Why
Dave?
is that?
Oh, that's just a freak thing. I mean, that doesn't. There's nothing that I think too much. That I mean, the Marlins haven't had stability within their team or pitching staff or anything for years. It started to recently, and I mean, this was one of the sharpest plays of some guys I really respect said the Marlins were going to make the playoffs and bet their season wins over. So their pitching is really good this year, Billy. I mean, it's just
what's the over and under in their wins?
77.5, I think it was. It wasn't even 500.
Take the over.
But when they own a certain team like that, sometimes that happens. It's that group of pitchers over that group of hitters. And I mean, look.
But the lineup changes in modern day baseball. The lineup changes every year. I mean, we have our core guys. We have Harper and Hoskins and Real Muto, but Gregorius. But the lineups change, and yet they still have the same result.
I know it's
frustrating.
It's very frustrating for Philly fans. It's very frustrating for people that make wagers on them and get aggravated. I mean, they're small favorites again today. Rogers against Suarez. I mean,
let's get to the elephant in the room. We're talking with the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. The Sixers and the Raptors tonight at 6:00 at the Wells Fargo. Right now, it looks like the Sixers are -4.5. We have a text board question out of Sportsbook at 609-403-0973. Why will the Sixers win this series?
I think the Sixers will win this series. I mean, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on here.
No, he's not. He's down the middle.
It's going to be a tough series, though. And would it surprise me at all that Toronto would win? No. This is going 6 or 7 games. I think you can bet that, and that's available. You don't even have to pick the winner. You just bet number of games in the series. You bet 6, you can bet 7. You can bet them both because the prices are right on that. Why are the Sixers going to win? Because James Harden's going to play better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because James Harden is 100% going to, at times, carry this team when he needs to. If he doesn't, he could be out in 6 games.
Right, and that gets back to the conversation we had last week about them being able to turn on and turn off the switch. I don't know. You're a former professional athlete. Is it that easy to just turn it on and turn it off?
Basketball, yes. Yeah, you
believe that?
You can turn on, turn off.
Are you?
Yeah,
that's not
see,
like
I don't know because
basketball players.
Yeah, I think you can turn on, turn off.
Because you don't look like baseball, like batting. You're batting and you go in a slump.
Yeah, slump.
Well, shooting you go into a slump too.
they're still practicing hard and they're still doing the drills they're supposed to run and play. So I think you can turn on, turn off.
I think Toronto's deep. If Toronto goes after Harden physically and gets he has to attack the basket. He cannot just sit and settle for jump shots, 3-pointers. He has to go to the basket. James Harden's one of his biggest strengths is getting to the free throw line.
Yep.
The Sixers better get to the free throw line in this playoff matchup. Otherwise, they're just not going to score enough to win. Look at the total in the games, 216. It's the lowest total of the day, boys.
What do you like?
What are you doing?
Under.
Okay.
This is going to be a nasty, physical, defensive series starting with today. In the Sixers games, when they're running good, they go over. Okay. So my initial thought was geez, this is really low. We should go over. Then I thought the way they're letting, playoff basketball go, we saw it in the play-in tournament. All 6 games in the play-in, all of them went under.
Wow.
Watch for that trend to continue probably today in the Sixers game.
Of course, we're talking to Sportsbook Consigliere live from Las Vegas. Catch him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig, Bostonian versus the book, and cash considerations.
Oh, man.
The Sixers minus 4.5
at home.
So what you're saying is it's going to be a low-scoring affair, yet the Sixers going to cover that spread?
It's tight. I don't know if they're going to cover that spread yet, Billy. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. I got a few hours till I got to get to that and make a decision. But for the listeners today, I think, let's put it this way. I think if the Sixers win, they cover, or Toronto wins. I don't think it's one of those games where you got to take the points and it's going to fall within the number.
Right.
Okay. So I think if you like the Raptors, you go with them on the money line and take the big plus price. I mean,
they're plus 160.
Yeah.
The Sixers are minus 190.
Yeah. Little steep for such a close game. But I think you can lay the points and only lay the 110. Look at you, Billy. I'm impressed. You're giving me money lines.
Yeah.
You got all this written
Money
down.
line, look at that. He's got the computer up.
Right on my
looking at an app?
I'm looking at an app.
Oh my gosh, Josh, good work getting him.
It took 10 years, Dave, but we got it.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of prep time for this one, Bill.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Why will the Sixers win this series? Sportsbook Consigliere live from Vegas. Now, a lot was made during the week about Thibault not being able to play Toronto in Canada because he's not fast.
Facts.
Yeah. I thought we were over all this as far as it affecting sports. And then yesterday, the Clippers get the news that Paul George tests positive. He can't play. The line swung from Clippers -4 to Pelicans -2, and the Pelicans won the game by 4. So this is going to have an effect on the series. And I mean, it's probably going to, it's not an excuse for the Sixers when they go to Toronto, but it's just something else to talk about, think about, worry about. You don't have Thibault in the rotation. You don't even have
our own Mike Carlin is he's very nervous about the Sixers' chances of even getting out of the first round. He believes that this team, the Sixers, their bench is so weak and they don't have you always need a Q. You'll test this. You always need when the playoffs. I don't care what sport. You always need a player that you don't expect to step up and have a great series. So who's that guy for the Sixers?
Who's that guy for the Sixers? I don't know. Does it need to be somebody in this first round? Does it need to be? I think the stars can carry it. Or is it Tobias? Is it Tobias?
Tobias? He's going to have to do something. I mean, we've been waiting all year, right, Josh, for Tobias to do something?
The problem with Tobias is that the Raptors are a roster built of 6'8", 6'9" athletic freaks. So Tobias, to me, he's going to have a lot of trouble getting open shots.
I think you're right.
I think I've been saying all week, guys, to me, this series comes down to who's the best player in the series. We all agree it's Embiid. Yeah. But the second best guy has to be Harden. It cannot be Siakam. Siakam had a triple-double in the last matchup. The dude has a ring on his finger and a chip on his shoulder. He's got the ring and the experience, but he's also got the nobody respects me
Right.
Rodney Dangerfield going for him. So to me, Harden's got to play at the level that Harden plays, or there's going to be game 7 with a minute left, and we're all going to be pulling
We're
our
going to
hair
have a
out.
double doink.
Oh, no. Don't even talk about that. If you
Remember the last
all week. You people, I mean, you guys focus more on the bad in Philadelphia.
Yeah, right.
Focus on the good.
It's Negadelphia.
Negadelphia.
Dave, it's history. Every time the Sixers and the Raptors played in the postseason, both times it's gone 7 games, and it came down to the final seconds. Kawhi hit the game winner. Vince Carter missed the game winner.
It sounds like it's going to happen again. Game
Oh,
7.
come on.
I hope it doesn't
So,
come
listen,
down to a
let's
game
look at-
winner.
Let's look at the history. Let's look at the history sports book. The Toronto Raptors, we played 4 times this year, and they took 3 of 4.
know.
All close games, all physical games. Now, Joel Embiid missed 1 to COVID protocol. Van Fleet missed 2. I don't think that Toronto, Brad, can beat the Sixers in a 7-game series, but we'll see.
You're right. They won't be.
I don't think they. I don't.
They're
I
not
mean, you look at their roster: Siakam, Van Fleet. And then after that, I mean, you got guys that can knock. They're just like, I think they're the same type of team with a little lesser talent.
Harding's just got to step up and play.
Right, he's got to hit his shots.
He's got to hit his shot. He's got to go for 25 per game at least.
Got to do it.
And then some.
Got to do it. I mean, the rest of the games are interesting, guys. I mean, we got Utah and Dallas. No Luka for Dallas. Utah today's 5.5-point favorites. I like the dog in that. Minnesota's at Memphis. A lot of really, people that I respect are telling me Minnesota's going to keep this thing close. I think Memphis runs them out the building. And then Denver, Golden State, I don't know what to expect. I mean, 6.5 spread there. I don't know if Steph's back and how healthy he is. He's on a game time minutes restriction. We saw a guy get pulled, pitching a no-hitter, throwing 80 pitches. Clayton Kershaw this week. I don't understand. I don't know what anything is anymore. I say nobody knows.
Up is down and down is up.
Yeah. You got any lines on the USFL?
It's out. It's out.
I know. What's the line?
USFL?
Yeah.
Every
USFL.
game is 2.5.
Okay.
The totals are either 43
right.
or 44 or 42. The same numbers. Nobody knows squadoosh about that for sure.
I know one thing. I know one thing. Bet against Jeff Fisher.
Oh, right. That's fun. You don't even have to be. That's just fun to do.
Exactly.
100%. Yeah.
And the only other series that I'm really intrigued by is the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics. Because I said this maybe 5 weeks ago, when people kind of laughed at me when I said, watch out for the Celtics. Because down the stretch, the Celtics played well. And if there's one team that can beat the Brooklyn Nets, it's the Celtics.
Can't wait for this series. And if you're a sports fan, let alone even if you hate the Celtics and you hate the Nets, which hopefully most of the listeners and people do right there, who doesn't hate them both, you're still going to want to watch it. All right. Boston's a slight favorite. Some books opened up with the Nets as the favorite, which I can't believe. Immediately, bad guys played the Celtics and bet them to being the favorite. Or minus 140 to win the series, rightly so. I think the Celtics are going to win the series. I want to see them win the series. I don't want to see Kyrie Irving move on. I want to see him have to go back and humbly leave with his shirt over his shoulder going, man, I should have never left.
Yep.
Celtics win. It might take 5. It might take 6. I hope it don't take 7, but for content purposes, and the books are all rooting for all these games to go 7 games anyway. It's more games. It's more bets.
More action.
So action is huge. I can't wait to watch the series starting tomorrow. Celtics win game 1.
All right. Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan live from Vegas every Saturday with us here in the locker room. Dave, you know I love you. Little upset with the choice of your selection of clothing, your sports.
Come on,
today.
Bill. The hat's clean.
Come
on.
I'm a Phillies fan, man.
The kids like it, Billy. It's
It
nothing
is a nice looking
personal.
hat.
They said it in The Godfather, and I say it in the sportsbook business. It's not personal. It's just business.
That's it.
All right, Dave. Have a great, happy Easter with your family. By the way, did you see the picture of me with my little doopy-doo at the Phillies game on Facebook?
I did not. I don't have
Oh,
Facebook,
you got-
Billy.
all right,
Billy,
well,
I
I'll
got
have to
enough
put it on
going on.
Instagram.
I don't have Facebook. Send me the
no
picture
Facebook.
I'll
personally,
send you the
please.
picture.
All right.
All right. Happy Easter, Dave. Let's
You
go
guys too,
Sixers.
buddy.
See you. Let's go 10-9-8-76ers. Come on.
All right.
All right, there he is. Dave Sharapan, the Sportsbook Consigliere, live from Las Vegas on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and seems a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Pick Your Trip is back, and the Eagles Draft Party is back, where one lucky listener will win an Eagles road trip thanks to Philly Sports Trips and Ernest & Sons Old Fashioned Butcher Shop, The Sports Bash with Mike Gill will be live on Thursday, April 28th from 2 till 6 p.m. at Slack Tide Brewing Company in Cape May Courthouse, where one lucky listener will win a trip for two to the 2022 Eagles road game of their choice, which includes airfare, hotel stay, a pregame tailgate party, and 2 tickets to the Eagles road game of their choice. Just listen to the Sports Bash and game night at 55 after each hour for your chance to enter. When you hear the Pick Your Trip sounder, be caller number 7 at 609-573-3776, and we'll see you at Slack Tide Brewing Company with a chance to pick your trip.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is Mike Herron. You've heard me talk about my experiences playing football at the Naval Academy on The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. I'm here to tell you about a company with the same high level of integrity and dedication that it takes to be successful on the football field. Best Property Maintenance. When you need cleaning and janitorial services you can trust, call Best Property Maintenance. They'll take care of your property from top to bottom, commercial and residential, fully licensed and insured. Call Best today. When you want it done right and on time, call Best. They'll do the rest. Call today 609-926-2378 or go online at bestpropertynj.com.
The NBA playoffs are here, and PropSwap is where real sports bettors find the best odds and turn the hardwood into hard cash. PropSwap is the only app that allows you to pick your favorite teams now and then sell your bet whenever you want. And the best part, it's all from your phone. You never even need to touch the ticket. We all make sports bets to make money, and many prop swappers make thousands of dollars in just a month from buying and selling bets. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started today by downloading the PropSwap app.
Do you want the best for your car? Then fill up with premium at Circle K. Circle K Premium is our best fuel with double the cleaning detergent, protecting your engine from corrosion and damage so it can work at its best. And that, my friend, increases your mileage for more cha-ching in your pocket. Plus, when you fill up with premium at Circle K, you can save up to 20 cents per gallon. Offer valid Thursdays or Fridays at participating stores. For details, visit CircleK.com. Circle K. How convenient.
Need to get away? Plan a vacation now and create memories to last a lifetime, starting with nonstop flights from Atlantic City International Airport to Boston, Atlanta, San Juan, and Miami. Book your low-cost flight today by visiting Spirit.com.
All right, back here in the locker room, Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, Josh Henning. We got a couple text messages. Josh, the question is at 609-403-0973, why will the Sixers win the series?
Let's start with Dan in EHT.
Buddy Dan.
Dan chimes in and says Sixers will win the series if Joel is healthy throughout the series. he cannot be stopped if he's 100%.
I mean,
Okay,
you need him to look. He won the scoring title. He's got to continue that pace.
By the way, first center since Shaq.
Yeah, to win the scoring.
Think about that for a second.
Yeah,
and he should be probably the first if he wins the MVP. But that doesn't come out till June.
Should he win the MVP? Yes. Will he win the MVP? No, because of this demon called analytics.
I don't know.
It depends how far the
and me.
Don't be too sure about that, Josh.
Yeah, these people are like, oh, well, the numbers say that Jokic is better than last year. It's like, yeah, so is Giannis. Okay, why don't you give it to Giannis then?
I say give it to Joel. All right, got another one.
Joe Detillo chimes in and says, if Doc Rivers can outcoach Nick Nurse for even a game, I sure hope so. That's how they win. Go Sixers.
And I think that's a pretty good observation.
Yeah,
because I'm done with Doc Rivers, Glenn Rivers. I'm done with it. I mean, we didn't like my brother Bobby, and I didn't like Brett Brown. And I thought, you remember, Josh? I said that I was happy with the Doc Rivers thing.
Sure,
coming in, he has this. He
really
played the game.
He insulted you, huh?
Well, yeah, that was too much.
Yeah,
that's a bridge too far right there.
He had a bad day.
Is that what? No, but it's not.
Yeah, but he didn't apologize.
It was a
for it.
It's not an isolated. It's not an
He should have apologized.
He should have.
But Josh, it's not an isolated event. He's made a couple. He's made a couple.
He's had a few times this year where he's talked down to the media.
That's right. Like we don't know anything about basketball. What we do know is the Sixers are going to play tonight at 6:00 against those Toronto Raptors.
You gonna watch?
Darn right I am.
Okay.
I sit with my 101-year-old mom, but I will. All right.
She just had a birthday.
The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
It's Sixers playoff basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McInnes, calling all the play-by-play action.
Tyrese steals the ball. The Sixers on the move. Harris into the lane. Bam! Right hand slam.
It's Sixers Raptors Game 1. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers playoff basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN.
Are you still looking for new auto insurance?
Yeah, I might go with the one whose commercial has that football player juggling guitars. Then a cat appears and hums a jingle.
What about the one with the rhino on a roller coaster?
The cat is cuter.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots.
Do you know anything about their insurance?
Not really. Does it matter?
NGM is known for what matters. Outstanding service you can count on. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com to see if you could save up to 20% on your auto insurance.
O'Reilly. Cleaning your fuel system can make your car run better and improve gas mileage. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts and pick up a bottle of Chevron Techron Fuel System Cleaner and add it to your tank during your next fill-up. On sale now, buy one, get one free at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop by and talk to our professional parts people today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Come on, one more rep. You got this. 10. There it is. Nice work, man. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I got to tell you, taking Nugenix makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas. The big hurt, right?
Oh, yeah. This is a legit product. The key ingredient is Testofen, which helps boost free testosterone levels and increase lean muscle mass.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Hey, are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try for themselves?
Yeah, Nugenix is a great way to increase lean muscle and feel stronger with more energy and endurance.
Man, I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
No problem. You just got to send them a text. Text TIGER to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Nugenix samples are not available in stores, so text TIGER to 321-321 right now. Text TIGER to 321-321. That's TIGER to 321-321.
These products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Do you want the best for your car? Then fill up with premium at Circle K. Circle K Premium is our best fuel with double the cleaning detergent, protecting your engine from corrosion and damage so it can work at its best. And that, my friend, increases your mileage for more cha-ching in your pocket. Plus, when you fill up with premium at Circle K, you can save up to 20 cents per gallon. Offer valid Thursdays or Fridays at participating stores. For details, visit CircleK.com. Circle K. How convenient.
South Jersey Advanced Health Solutions, South Jersey's premier clinic for allergy elimination and Lyme disease, effective treatment of chronic mold and all food and environmental allergies, and the only clinic in New Jersey to fully treat the red meat allergy known as alpha-gal, specializing in allergy elimination, Lyme disease, fertility, autoimmune disorders, adult and childhood ADD, ADHD, learning disabilities, insomnia, headaches, and all types of pain. Contact them today, 856-285-4788 to start feeling better, or visit them online at sjadvancehealth.com.
South Jersey's play-by-play home for the Eagles,
Touchdown!
Sixers,
It's good!
and Flyers.
Oh, big save by Carter Hart.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast. Getting ready for Sixers basketball at 6 o'clock tonight, man. Playoff time. I love playoff basketball, NBA playoffs.
2 seasons, exactly. Now they're playing for keeps, and you know.
Of course, it's more fun when your team's actually in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Flyers, had no shot at making their playoffs. They are officially eliminated. But NHL and NBA playoffs, Quast, I believe, are fun.
They're fun.
And the NFL is cool too. But there's something. I mean, I like all the playoffs, but I get excited for as
long as your home team's in it, it's fun.
Right?
It's exciting.
It's fun,
Yeah,
right?
it's fun. It keeps the city involved, and yeah, it's fun.
All right, let's look now. Q, you former professional athlete. The Sixers and the Toronto Raptors met 4 times in the regular season. All right.
Yep.
Toronto won 3 of the 4.
Mhm.
All right. We're going to go over some stats, some things, highlights of each game. But as a former professional athlete, tell me why the regular season doesn't mean anything. Like the Toronto's 3-1. Does it mean anything going into the series?
No, I think
why not?
Because it's a different intensity, and I think you learn from your mistakes. So I think you correct them, and you do things differently. You know why you lost the 3 games. They beat them 3 times, but you know it works both ways. I think Toronto goes, "Hey, we beat them 3 times in the regular season. You know, we're going to do the same thing in the playoffs." But
I mean, you see it over and over again where a team might, be up, win 3 out of 4, but when the playoffs come around, it goes the other way.
Yeah, so
it doesn't mean anything to you.
No, they make changes. You do things differently. And
Game 1, November 11th. Tyrese Maxey knocks in 33 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He plays 39 minutes, and but the Sixers lost that game 115-109 against Toronto.
I think you self-scout,
and that was in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia. Okay.
All right. Tyrese Maxey. Fred VanVleet played 40 minutes, had 32 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. So he was their high scorer.
I think every game you change who's going to, not beat you. So you change up the defense, and you're going to tighten things up, and that's why people got to step up.
All right, game 2 in the regular season, December 28th. The Sixers are away in Toronto, 114-109. Joel Embiid at 34 minutes, 36 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Siakam had 28 points, 41 minutes. Doesn't have any.
No, it has no bearing. Throw all that out.
Throw it all out.
Throw it all out. It's playoffs. It's playoffs.
All right. Game 3, March 20th. Now you get towards, towards the end. March 20th, 93-88 lost to Toronto. Toronto wins that game. That game's in Philadelphia. Joel 37 points. By the way, game 1, I don't think Joel Embiid played, right? Yeah, Joel Embiid did play. He had the COVID-19. But all right, so game 3, 37 minutes, 21 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists. Siakam 26 points. Sixers win. And it's a low scoring game, like the sportsbook Consigliere said.
I think he's on that.
He said go under.
Yeah,
right?
go under. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. They're going to, and in the playoffs they tighten their defense up.
Okay.
So they tighten everything up.
Last but not least, just recently, the last game played April 7th, the Sixers lose 119-114 in Toronto. Pascal goes off. He's got 37 points. He's got a triple double. So, but I don't think in a 7-game series, Pascal can match up against Joel. To me, Joel Embiid gets the MVP. Now, a lot of people.
Well,
you heard Josh saying he probably won't.
Yeah, he probably won't.
What, you think? You don't think?
Well, I mean,
he won the scoring title.
Yeah, but if you take him off the Sixers, they're not. They don't.
So right, but what I'm saying is, I think Joel Embiid. Now I looked this up. Now I don't know how accurate it is, just off the top of my head. I think the Sixers are like 6-10, something like that, without
him.
Okay.
He should get it, but I don't think he does.
The Sixers are without Joel Embiid. The Sixers are like not even anywhere near the playoffs.
No, they wouldn't be a playoff team.
All right. So the sportsbook Consigliere says take the under today. It's going to be a low. It's going to be. The Sixers got to play physical.
They have to play.
Toronto's a physical team. They got to match that physicality.
Yeah, and that's why the game's going to slow down. That's why he probably took the under. I think it's going to be a physical game, and they're going to just not play defense. Finally, play
imagine
defense.
That crowd, the Wells Fargo crowd, going to be going
nuts.
off.
It'll be nuts. Yeah.
609-403-0973. Why will the Sixers win this series? 609-403-0973 is the text. Embiid. Now the MVP doesn't get, I don't think, announced until June.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
But when do they vote on it?
Well, I think they
already voted.
Yeah, I think they voted.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, and Josh can clear this up for us. But when the playoffs shouldn't have any bearing on the regular season anyway. So
it's for the regular season MVP.
Right. There's a regular season MVP. He won the scoring title. I think he's more dominant he's a 7-foot. What was he? 7'2" big man. He changed the whole dynamic of a game. I mean,
he should win it, but like you said, who knows, right?
All right. So I did allude to it at the beginning of the end of the first hour that my mom turned 101.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah,
101.
And we took her out last night to a establishment. We didn't think she was going to be able to make it, but she did. We put her in a wheelchair.
101,
but she woke me up like 5 times last night.
Huh?
Billy, screaming, "I need help!" I'm like, oh my God, I didn't sleep at all last night.
Oh, well, me either, buddy. me either.
So I'm looking forward to. I think the Sixers. I'm going to tell you why the Sixers can win this game, because you just alluded to it. That the regular season, none of those games matter.
They don't matter.
And you learn from your mistakes. Do you think Doc Rivers, the arrogant Doc Rivers, do you think I think one of the, like Joe on the text message said, he's got to outcoach. Nick Nurse, he's got to outcoach him.
Well, you have to, because you
got to put your players in a good position to win.
You self-scout yourself for the 4 games they played earlier, and they're going to look at the film, and he'll come out with a different game plan. So he better step up and coach. You would think. You would think he would do that. Now,
I like Doc Rivers when they got him. Like my
I
brother
was
Bobby and I were.
I was happy.
Brett Brown, we couldn't stand him.
Yeah,
I didn't. And then when you get Doc Rivers, he played in the league.
Yeah, he's got that swagger.
He's got a ring, albeit it's a long time ago. He still has a ring, but now he comes in and things aren't going his way. Don't you see the measure of a man when?
Oh yeah,
how you act when you're losing.
Well, yeah, it's when things are down.
When things are good, how you act.
The character of a man is when you're down.
Right.
And he showed that with the press.
Yeah.
Right.
He
was condescending.
He
was condescending.
And I don't like it.
Nah, I mean that's not him though. Usually, so something behind the scenes.
We don't know that. You don't know how he was at other places.
Yeah, but
does a leopard change his spots?
No, but he was very condescending. That was not good. It's not. You can't do that in Philly.
This one of the reasons why I think the Sixers can win this series. Joel Embiid won the scoring title, but he played He had more assists. He spread the ball around more this year than he ever did.
Yeah, he's amazing. He can play the 4, the
he
5,
can hit the
three.
three. He can dish.
He passes the ball well.
He's been passing the ball well. His assists.
And as big as he is, it's amazing. These athletes now.
So that
crazy.
So Harden, James Harden should get better looks.
Yep.
In a game that if Joel Embiid dominates down low, which I don't see anybody on the Toronto can stop him.
Nope.
All right, you kick it out. Now, if Harden doesn't get a wide open shot, then that leaves Tyrese Maxey. Now he's only a 21-year-old kid. So is that too much pressure on someone that age?
No, he's prepared for this. So I don't think there's any pressure. But I think the key is with Harden. He's got to step up and hit a shot because he's going to have open shots.
Mike Carlin, our very own Mike Carlin, he maintains that the Sixers have absolutely no bench, and that's a good. I mean, if you look at they don't.
They got seven. You know, they play
George
seven.
Niang's.
George. I mean, Toronto's got a better bench. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean,
we'll see.
Like I said, and you said we agreed on this, that somewhere along the way, someone that doesn't normally. Someone's gonna have to step up, like other than James Harden and Joel Embiid.
Yeah, who will that be?
Who will that be?
That's the question.
Will it be Tyrese Maxey? Will it be
Max?
Will it be Tobias Harris?
I think it's Maxey. I think he'll step up.
I think Maxey's gonna. If Tobias Harris, he's. I can't figure that guy out.
No,
he'll have his games. Every time I see him shoot threes, it seems like he always misses them.
Yeah, he hasn't
clangs them off.
He hasn't figured it out yet.
Right?
Yeah, no,
figured it out yet. He's been he's you see a contract that he signed, he should be figuring it out.
Yeah.
Doesn't that piss you off that you played such a long time ago that those numbers were so low?
Yeah, there's guarantee contracts too. Guarantee. These guys get paid. You know, they get paid. Yeah, it's a crazy world, man.
Right?
Crazy world. These guys.
So he better be knocking down his shots.
Well, you're equating making shots to what he gets paid.
Well, I mean, like Kyle Sharp, as a fan, Schwarber just signs a big contract. He's about 091.
But see, here's the thing with.
I know it's a sport.
It's just, but that's why fans get upset with how much these athletes make, and
rightly so, right?
Well, no, because
do you have any animosity or like are you? No, I don't want to say jealous, but. I mean, you played in an era where the contracts weren't that big.
No one made any money back then. But no, it's just you don't get jealous. You just get like, geez, I was born too early. 20 years too late, right?
All right, 609-403-0973 is the text board. Tell us why you think the Sixers will win this series. I believe that Joel Embiid is the key. Obviously.
He's the key.
And if he scores this, he wins the scoring title. But he's also been a better team player. His passing game, his assists. Like if he spreads that ball around,
he's got to put the team on his shoulders to win this one. Yeah, it does.
Hey, the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always, always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, when you get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for us. Kevin Kelly, he starts you off. It's a great family atmosphere. All right, My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know those worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you hear of a storm coming and the daunting task of driving down the shore to check on the house, hours of time on the road, or if you're out of state, you're down in Florida for the winter. Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869. Or send Debbie an email, Debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday, we'll recap the Sixers and Raptors game number 1 and get you ready for game number 2. We'll recap the Phillies and Marlins series down in Miami, plus 4 more chances for you to qualify for an Eagles road trip in 2022. Happy Easter, everybody. Talk to you Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number 1.
Hi, this is Camden County Commissioner John Young with some quick COVID vaccine facts. First, if you haven't received your booster shot, you're not fully protected. 99% of our positive cases are people who haven't been boosted. Second, we can't predict who will have a mild or severe illness. We must all get vaccinated to protect everyone around us. This is your shot. Make it count. And remember, if you're not boosted, you're not fully protected. Visit CamdenCounty.com/vaccine for more information.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
With GMF financing approved credit excludes Corvette. This just in. Right now, Bennett Chevrolet is paying a minimum $8,000 for any trade. That's at least $8,000 for any trade, running or not. Bennett is doing it again. Want $8,000 for that old rotted out rat trap? Just drive it, push it, tow it to Bennett Chevrolet for a minimum $8,000 towards any pre-owned vehicle in stock. Got a good trade? Well, if we're paying a minimum $8,000 for total junk, imagine how much more you'll get for a good quality trade. Looking for new? There's no beating Bennett, because unlike other dealers, we're not selling over factory sticker. And there's 0% available financing. Plus, if you're stuck in a lease, bring it to Bennett. We can get you out early. Any make, any model. And remember, Bennett will buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Stop in for a quick quote. No pressure or obligation, because our non-commissioned sales staff is paid based on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. Find new roads at Bennett Chevrolet, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast on the calm before the storm. The Sixers at 6 o'clock. That's an odd time, but
it is odd time.
I like it. It's all right.
6 is a little, right.
Well, the whole series is going to be odd.
Yeah.
I mean, today is 6 o'clock. Next Saturday's game is 2 p.m.
Wow.
And then game 6 is the same night as the first round of the NFL draft.
Oh, boy.
609-403. 0973 is the text board. Why will the Sixers win this series? And we talked about it. I just received a text message from a really good friend of mine. I worked with him at U.S. Airways for many years, Paul Ramagano, and he said Joel Embiid will play like an MVP if he's really good. You get some from Maxey and Harris, we should have no problem winning this series. But that's a big if.
If and buts were candy and nuts, every day would be Christmas. Right? You heard that saying?
Yeah. So you look at Embiid, Harden, Maxey, Harris. All right, those guys right there are better than Toronto's four. Just those guys.
Yes, you'd match up like that. Yes,
because Josh, right? I mean, Niang or Matisse Thybulle, but he's not allowed to play in Toronto. So that starting lineup's going to change, right? So those four.
Well, I don't think Thybulle's going to start all this series. I'm assuming that Danny Green's going to start the whole series, and that in the games that Thybulle can't play in Toronto, they'll just go to somebody else off the bench in that situation.
All right. So here's another question I'm going to throw out to you because Paul Reed had a good last couple of games, right? And we discussed the reaction that Rivers gave from the reaction of the fans asking about Paul Reed. But let me ask you a question. Well, Millsap and DeAndre Millsap, those guys, if you need Reed, will you use them?
You have to.
You have to, right?
You have to.
Why not?
You have to. Yeah. Does he get more than 20 minutes? I mean, what?
No. But I'm just saying. I mean, did he earn a chance to prove himself?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think, Josh?
Yeah.
Paul Reed should be playing, and Jordan and Millsap should not.
Right.
I think it's very obvious that in a series like this, you need as many bouncy athletes as possible. And Paul Millsap is 0 bounce, and DeAndre Jordan has about an inch or two of bounce anymore. So at some point,
do you think Rivers will be stubborn and try to stay the course? Because his reaction to Reed's play, indicates that he's not going to change his mind.
Bill, it's so weird to me. It's so weird. Like Brad, you've been around many coaches in your lifetime. I mean, have you seen a coach as just stubborn as Doc is?
Yeah, once you get in someone's doghouse and you're set in your ways, yes. And I don't know.
What about not a doghouse? I mean,
but just stubborn in terms of playing and philosophy. Yes, these guys are set in their ways.
Bill Belichick that type of guy?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So, but he's successful, so he can get away with it.
He can do whatever he wants.
He can do whatever he wants.
Bill can do whatever he wants.
Doc Rivers won a championship, albeit a long time ago.
But
he was on that. Did he coach that Celtics team? They had, I forget their lineup, but they had like an all-star lineup.
Yeah, they had all 3 of them in the Hall of Fame.
Well, most teams that win championships have all-stars on their superstars on their team.
But you know what I mean? It's like we always talk about this too on the show, on this program. We talk about like baseball manager, like what coach or manager in what sport
is the most meaningful?
And I think it's the football. Football coaches mean more to football than basketball, baseball. I think baseball
pretty close.
Baseball managers, I think, now that the DH is a permanent thing.
But setting up a lineup, pitching.
Does that take a genius?
Well, apparently it does. I mean,
right.
Come on. How many times maybe I'm the only one, but I'll be watching MLB tonight at 11 o'clock at night, and they're going to live look-in, and I'm like, what? Like there's a stupid manager who got fired for the Padres last year. I mean, that dude was an imbecile. He'd be putting in the wrong pitch at the wrong time, pinch hitting the wrong guy, and in a DH. Like, who pinch hits for a DH?
I know. Like, how do you screw up? Like, but
that's what I mean. I think that we give some of these managers the benefit of the doubt because they used to play the game.
Yes.
And you know what? I want you to know the game. Whether you played the game or not is a different story. Because guess what? It's not like every guy who played 15 years in the majors automatically knows more than a guy who's a 10-year minor leaguer.
So Nick Nurse is a better coach than Rivers?
Well, he's definitely a better X and O's coach. He's a better strategist. Here's a stat for you guys.
You know I love stats, Josh.
Yep. Doc Rivers compared to Coach X. I'll tell you who it is in a minute.
Okay.
Both have won NBA championships as head coaches. Both had multiple players on the NBA's 75 greatest players list on their title teams.
Okay.
Both had Rajon Rondo on their teams. Both had GMs who were former college basketball players in their team. Doc Rivers is 5 games above 500 in the playoffs, 98-94. Coach X is 49-39 in the playoffs.
That'd probably be Nick Nurse.
You want to guess, Brad?
I have no clue. Who is it?
It's not Nick Nurse.
It's not?
Not Nick. Who would it be? Give me the conference.
West.
I
can't give away too much information. I'll give it away totally.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't even think right now.
I'll give it to you guys.
Who is it?
Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel.
The guy who just got fired.
See, I wouldn't even
has
say that.
almost the same exact credentials.
It wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah.
The guy who got fired by the Lakers has almost the same credentials as
just say
Doc
Tyrone
Rivers.
Lue now.
But the point is that, you have two coaches who have almost identical scenarios.
Right.
When it comes to winning a championship, but we look at both of them completely differently.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting to see how Doc Rivers handles this, how he coaches throughout this playoff, because I think that he can hurt the team.
There's pressure there. Doc's got some pressure. I mean,
because I don't think Nurse is going to do anything to screw his like, you know what I mean? He's like Josh just said, he's X&O better. So you're not worried about it. You just need Doc Rivers to do something different. Do something out of his
comfort zone?
Out of his comfort zone.
What do you want him to do?
Maybe play Paul Reed.
Come on, Bill. It took me 10 years to get you Reed off of an app. I mean, you're telling Doc to get out of his comfort zone?
Well, you got to do it sometime, right? 609-403-0973. Why will the Sixers win the series against Toronto? 609-403-0973 is the text board. Or if you want to give us a call today, 609-573-3776 is the phone number. 609-573-3776. We're going to watch the game, Q. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go home and watch the game.
Yeah?
And get some rest. I'm going to get some rest.
You're going to go horizontal?
I'm going to go horizontal.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go horizontal and watch the
game. Jake, where are you going to be? You just tell me. I can hear you. Sure. Are you going to stay down here tonight? Aunt Joni won't be around. Joni be around tonight?
Hopefully. I'm not sure yet.
You got banged up last night, huh, with the family?
Yeah.
He's got the ants going on too, man. And you're going to Vegas. How about that? The intern's going out to Vegas with John Coyle for the draft.
Coyle.
Yeah, from all campus. So you need a nice hat. Get out the all campus there on a board.
Yeah, you gotta get Coyle to give you a good hat.
Yeah, man. You better make sure.
Sharapan. Yeah.
Did you get a hat from him? You better get in there and get a hat for Vegas. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need that brim, because when you get out there, that sun is going to be
on your face.
Listen, and the draft's in the football stadium. They're having it at the stadium.
That's right.
Yeah, it's at the Raiders Stadium.
Yeah, at the Raiders Stadium.
Do you think they'll have the roof up? Probably, right?
It's going to be hot, man.
I mean, it was always hot in Vegas.
April in Vegas. Forget it.
It's a dry heat.
Now they have the Chattahoochee around all the pools and everything, and the cabanas.
The who?
It's called Chattahoochee. Yeah. It's around the pool. I'll never forget one time I got out of the pool. I burnt my feet on the bottom of my feet.
Really? It was
that hot.
It was that hot. Huh?
I mean, you can see the heat coming off the ground.
Yeah.
It's hot.
It's hot. You been to Vegas, Josh?
No, but I know a lot of people who have, and they've all told me the same deal. They're like, you don't know. I have a friend who actually lives in Vegas. She always tells me, you don't know heat until you've been to Vegas.
It's a dry heat, though.
It's a dry heat.
Oh, yeah, it's still
hot.
It's 100.
So
plus,
I think, to answer your question, I believe that roof will be closed. I mean,
it'll be closed. Yeah,
it's hot. All right. Second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere of the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season that appeal to everyone. For more information on how to become a member, book a wedding maybe in the fall, it's a great location. Give them a call at 609-927-5071. Go to greatbay.com. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group at 484-804-4800. Give him a call today at 484-804-4800 or visit him online anytime at motml.com. Of course, I went up to see Michael Pileggi a little while back, and I sat in a couple of these cars. Man, I'm telling you what, they're like rocket ships.
Yeah, they're pretty fast.
They're beautiful inside and out. You hit a button, it raises up and stuff.
Would you like to drive one in the winter?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man.
Would you like to drive one in the winter?
I'd love to drive one anytime. All right, when we return, talk a little USFL.
Yeah.
You're listening to The Locker Room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Pick Your Trip is back, and the Eagles draft party is back, where one lucky listener will win an Eagles road trip thanks to Phillies Sports Trips and Ernest & Sons Old-Fashioned Butcher Shop, The Sports Bash with Mike Gill will be live on Thursday, April 28th from 2 till 6 p.m. at Slack Tide Brewing Company in Cape May Courthouse, where one lucky listener will win a trip for two to the 2022 Eagles road game of their choice, which includes airfare, hotel stay, a pregame tailgate party, and 2 tickets to the Eagles road game of their choice. Just listen to the Sports Bash and game night at 55 after each hour for your chance to enter. When you hear the Pick Your Trip sounder, be caller number 7 at 609-573-3776, and we'll see you at Slack Tide Brewing Company with a chance to pick your trip.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi, I'm Aaron Beta, inviting you to visit my Golf and Sport Performance Club in Summers Point. No matter what the sport, we'll design a program to help you feel and play your best. Our Golf Performance Zone features 2 state-of-the-art golf simulators featuring TrackMan and Foresight technology. Enjoy massage therapy, assisted stretching, and sport-specific training.
That's Aaron Beta's Golf and Sports Performance Club. Call 609-788-4661 or visit gsfitness.com for your free assessment.
Hi, this is Mike Herron. You've heard me talk about my experiences playing football at the Naval Academy on The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. I'm here to tell you about a company with the same high level of integrity and dedication that it takes to be successful on the football field. Best Property Maintenance. When you need cleaning and janitorial services you can trust, call Best Property Maintenance. They'll take care of your property from top to bottom, commercial and residential, fully licensed and insured. Call Best today. When you want it done right and on time, call Best. They'll do the rest. Call today 609-926-2378 or go online at bestpropertynj.com.
The NBA playoffs are here, and PropSwap is where real sports bettors find the best odds and turn the hardwood into hard cash. PropSwap is the only app that allows you to pick your favorite teams now and then sell your bet whenever you want. And the best part, it's all from your phone. You never even need to touch the ticket. We all make sports bets to make money, and many prop swappers make thousands of dollars in just a month from buying and selling bets. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started today by downloading the PropSwap app.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, Josh Hennig pushing the buttons over there. Jake the Snake is in the studio doing his work. The USFL Q.
It's back.
It's back. You want to go to a game? It's only $10 to get in.
$10,
right?
Yeah.
General admission.
Got some good coaches and some good players, regional players.
Yeah. How about Vince Papali's kids playing for the Tampa Bay Bandits?
No, it should be fun to watch.
Yeah, here's your list of coaches here, guys. So Skip Holtz is coaching the Birmingham team.
Okay.
Kevin Sumlin is coaching the Houston team.
Okay.
Jeff Fisher is coaching the Michigan team. Mike Riley is coaching the New Jersey team. Larry Fedora is coaching New Orleans. Bart Andrews, who probably nobody's ever heard of, is coaching Philadelphia.
Never heard of him.
Kirby Wilson is coaching Pittsburgh.
The Maulers.
And Todd Haley is coaching Tampa Bay.
Todd Haley.
You know-
Okay,
you know-
some.
you
I
know those
mean,
people, Q?
you got I know a bunch
Yeah,
of them.
Will Fisher, Skip Holtz.
Yeah, no.
So you said Lou Holtz recruiting.
Yeah, Lou was.
Where was he when he was
Notre Dame?
Oh,
That was
he
his
at
first year at
Is that
Notre
his
Dame.
first
Yeah,
year
he
at
was.
Notre Dame?
First year at Notre Dame in '86. Yeah.
I used to love him on College Game Day. What do you have that segment called "Ask the Coach" or something?
Yeah, no, Lou's special. Lou's special.
To be a coach, high school, college, it takes a special guy, a leader of
young men.
Leader of young men. Not only do they know the X's and O's in the game and everything, they teach players how to become men.
How to be men, and they got to be good recruiters.
Right.
Nowadays, you got to be recruiters.
So you're like a father figure, right?
Yeah, you're a father figure. Yeah, absolutely. And then even more so, your position coach.
So who do you at the pro level? Who do you deal with more? Who do you see more? Obviously the position coach.
It's your position.
You have
coach.
your meetings, right?
Yeah. Offense, defense. You got a team meeting, special team meeting.
So when do you see the head coach? Like you see him on the field, but I mean,
you see the head.
You
coach,
don't interact too much.
No, you see the head coach after a special team meeting, a team meeting. Everyone gets together, team meeting,
right.
And then you break down in your individual groups.
And then the head coach is like,
yeah.
Who was Paul Bear Bryant? Remember he used to coach up from the tower.
The tower, yeah.
Right? Did they have a tower at Iowa?
Hayden Fry, yeah.
He would be Hayden Fry be up in that tower.
He'd be on the tower. It was amazing with Hayden. He would, be shaking hands and alumni and big donors all practice, and then he would call
see all those guys walking around.
Yeah, walking around. He'd have to go glad hand and be a politician.
Be a politician.
And then,
like Pete Thompson shaking hand and kissing
kissing
babies.
That's right. That's right.
Josh, it's going to be kind of exciting to see this because there's going to be new nuances in the telecast. You're going to be able to hear the coach call the play. You're going to be able to. They're going to have drones that are going to be like literally almost right on top of these players,
like behind the scenes. Yeah, it'll give
another angle of a game
yeah,
cue that you don't see with the NFL. I'm interested to see like the success. Now we try to get Ken Dunnick to come on today to talk about it because I know that Ken Dunnick loved his time at the with the Philadelphia Stars. They won the championship back then.
Yep, he had a great.
And the USFL. Remember when they first started, they took a lot of big names away from
so Jim Kelly, Steve Young,
Doug Flutie,
Reggie White,
Herschel
Gary
Walker,
Zimmerman, Sam Mills. Herschel
took a lot of people from the NFL.
Yeah, they were paying big money back
Right.
then. Yeah,
Massive money.
Massive money.
Donald Trump was one of the
Trump,
owners.
the New Jersey General.
Well, Trump came in near the end.
Yeah.
He was not there the whole time. But the original group of owners were a lot of guys who felt that they never got a chance to own an NFL team. So they got together, and the idea was that they were going to compete with the NFL, not directly in the fall initially. The idea was a spring league, but the idea was when they gave Steve Young that record contract and when they coerced Jim Kelly not to go to the NFL, the idea was that they thought they brought in enough star power that they could maybe run with it.
From 1983 to 85. I mean,
my very dear friend, who's no longer with us, rest his soul, Bobby Ball, played for the New Jersey Generals. And you know why he got cut? Because Doug Flutie was on that team, and one of the things that Gerald Phelan was the guy that caught that the Hail Mary for Boston College
against Miami.
Right, he went to the General. Bobby Ball made the team, and then they brought Phelan in, and that was it. He was done. They took his spot, and he
Poor
was
guy.
Matter of fact, I still have his first contract. His fiance Monica. I was very good friends with Bobby. I met Bobby Ball at Leeds McRae College, and I played quarterback.
Okay.
And he was a wide receiver.
How did you see over the line?
Well, we ran the ball.
Oh, you ran the ball.
But I threw. Listen, in the spring game, I threw 2 touchdown passes.
Really?
And both to him. And they called us the Jersey Connection.
Oh, nice.
But I only made it to second string. But, I mean, I used to hold for extra points.
Okay.
It's pretty good at college ball.
That's good.
You know?
Yeah.
We played Western Carolina.
Okay.
We played at App State's JVs.
Okay.
We played like Catawba, schools like that.
I never even heard of it, but
you never heard of Catawba?
No.
Come on, man. Well, he's big.
Billy, no one's ever heard of Catawba.
Elon, you hear Elon?
Elon,
okay.
Elon, yeah.
But anyway, I digress. But Bobby Ball, he was a great talent, and he played for the Cleveland Browns for 1 year,
Okay.
and then went to the Generals.
Okay.
But my recollection of the USFL was they took a lot of Reggie White.
Reggie White, yeah, Reggie Sam, yeah. They were paying big money.
They were paying big money.
Big money, guaranteed contracts.
That's not happening this year. I mean, is there any really big names that the players are?
No, but the idea is and Daryl Johnston said this in an interview recently. He was the Moose. He was saying that Moose Johnson that the idea is they're trying to take everything from the AAF and from the XFL before it got locked down because of COVID.
Right.
They were trying to take all the stuff that they did there and put it into this USFL. So all the innovations, all the modifications of the rules and the broadcast, they're trying to take all that stuff and put it into the USFL to make it the best product possible. I think the problem for the USFL guys, honestly, is that two things. One, the fact that you can't be an NFL player in a contract to play in the league.
Right. I think that's going to hurt them.
There's a lot of players who would rather get a futures contract from an NFL team.
And it's only a 10-week schedule.
Yeah.
It's 40 games over 10 weeks.
And the other problem is, don't forget, the XFL is coming back next year. And the XFL is it's not owned by the WWE Vince McMahon anymore. It's owned by The Rock.
The Rock owns it. Yeah.
And,
The Rock
and,
owns it. Yeah.
and The Rock is bringing in a lot of real business people into it. So I'm sure there are some people who are saying, do I take an NFL futures contract this year? And if it doesn't work out, do I go to the XFL next year instead of going to the USFL this year?
Well, we know that
I'm sure these guys are making those kind of business decisions.
It's a decision they have to
But
make.
Q, we know there's a lot of football players. For every player that makes it in the NFL, there's probably like 10 guys that have the talent, but for whatever reason, the coach didn't like your injury. Can't make the club in the top.
Right? It's just there's a lot of good people selling insurance.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that maybe didn't get the break. The coach didn't like them.
Absolutely.
Injury.
Yeah. So
family matters, whatever.
Yeah. There's a lot of good people.
Drug and alcohol, all kind of stuff.
But there's a place for two leagues. So
there absolutely
is.
A
lot of good
absolutely.
So I think they have a good business plan, Josh. They got 40 games over 10 weeks. It's like a sprint.
Yeah, and this country loves football. So you can spring, fall.
My only complaint is I think they should have started a little earlier. Because I think what helped the AAF get started off on a good note and the XFL was that they started right after the Super Bowl. You didn't have this long wait. So it's like people were already like, oh, there's football again this weekend. And I thought the AAF and the XFL did a very good job of capitalizing on that. Initially, I would have liked to see the USFL do that this year, but apparently there were some.
So here's another thing too. You look at their logo, the USFL logo. It's something we've seen like this. It's the league's lay dormant for how many years? Right, Josh. It was like 1983. It stopped. Right?
85,
83
to 85.
All right. So you look at the logo. It brings back for us anyway. Not
the Generals.
Not Jake the Snake's.
Jake wasn't even born yet.
But you look at that thing, and that's a cool logo. They got that going for them.
Yeah.
It's a short sprint. The only thing it's lacking is big names. But I think the USFL is going to be more popular than those other leagues that have started, like the XFL.
The ticket price, first of all.
Well,
so you're going to get people involved. You're going to get a younger generation.
The only thing is Josh brought. They're all playing at the same spot. You're not going to get that hometown fan base.
Exactly, and I think that was a very strategic move for cost effectiveness. That way they don't burn out financially.
They're
going to actually see if people are going to gravitate to this sport.
And each team has a marquee college player in that region, like from that region.
Right. The reason why they're from regions is because you draft players from your region.
So you have that college feel, and now you're rooting for that. So that's going to be successful.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like also the fact that it's the Generals, it's the Stallions, the Gamblers, the Panthers, the Philadelphia Stars, New Orleans Breakers, the same teams that were in the league before.
Yeah, and Birmingham loves football.
Right.
By the way, real quick, there's two former Eagles quarterbacks in this league.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Who are they?
Former Eagles draft pick.
Eagles. Okay.
How long ago?
In the last 5 years.
The Eagles quarterback.
It was Chase.
I didn't say they were good quarterbers. I just said they were former Eagles quarterbacks.
Tell us who it is.
Clayton Thorson.
Okay.
Who was drafted by the Eagles.
Did he play? Did he play at Northwestern?
That's correct.
Northwestern, yes.
That's correct.
I know that.
Yeah,
and the other one is Kyle Loletta. He spent an entire year and a half as the Eagles' main practice squad quarterback.
Okay.
He was originally drafted by the Giants, but the Giants didn't want him, and the Eagles scooped him up.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting. Now, the one game, the Generals and the Stallions, features tonight on Fox, and it's at 7:30. Now, Josh has brought to my attention, unaware of the fact that the Flyers and the Sixers, the NBC Sports Philadelphia is not playing the Phillies game tonight.
No, you cannot watch the Phillies game on television.
That's what I'm watching.
What are you going to watch?
I'm going to watch the Generals.
All right. Okay.
You should be watching the Sixers game at 6 o'clock.
I will too, but I'm just saying, like, I'll be going back and forth.
They playing in Birmingham?
Wait, let me say this, Josh. The Sixers better keep my attention.
Come on, now you gotta suffer through it. This is the playoffs,
Yeah,
baby.
playoffs.
Playoffs.
But how
Playoffs?
Listen, how do
Who
we
said
feel?
that? Playoffs?
No, it's practice.
Oh, practice.
It was. Listen,
Well, Jim
do you
Mora was
remember how
playoffs.
do you remember how we felt last year
Jim Mora
when Ben
Sr.
Simmons didn't dunk that ball in the Atlantic Series?
Oh.
How did you feel about that? Remember the feeling that you had?
I
Like,
don't even want to bring that name up.
I remember the feeling, but I didn't change the channel because of
no,
it.
I won't change the channel. I was just saying. You know, I'm emotional, right?
Yeah, you are.
Quast?
Yeah,
Yes,
When
you
I get
are. Yes, you are.
extremely
Hey, Brad.
excited.
Brad, we know, right?
We know.
I
We
get
know.
extremely excited.
We know before the show, during the show.
That's
and
called
after.
passion, baby.
Passion.
I get emotional.
Yes, it's a good quality to have.
All right.
It's a good
But
quality.
that line of talking and Broomy always used to tell me, Schweiner, you gotta be. When things are going great, you can't get too excited. If things
Can't
are
get
going
too
bad,
high or
you
get too
can't-
low.
Yeah, you know what?
Huh?
I'm getting excited.
Okay.
I've heard Berube tell you that in person. Just use a little more colorful language
Yeah,
around it.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's a beauty. That cat.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't like when he talks. When Chief talks to you, it's almost like he's mad at you all the time.
That
That's
intense.
just the way he is.
Just that
He's
intense.
intense.
You have to be intense.
Name some intense player. Dykstra was intense. We talked about this before.
Well, Dykstra was on the juice.
Well, he was.
He
That's
was a
true,
little
too.
crazy.
All right, how about Ryan? Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan was unique. He was special.
Right.
Not
So
a lot of guys like Nolan
intense.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Pete
So
Rose.
are we going baseball players? Is that what we're doing here?
Pete. I don't care any sport. Pete Rose.
Intense.
How about all right? Let's go football. How about the linebacker from the
Lawrence Taylor?
No, from the Bears.
Mike
Singletary.
Singletary.
Hey, with his
Yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
You remember that vision of him with his
Yeah,
eyes
yeah.
popping out of his head?
You see him on the reality show, Mike Singletary?
No.
Oh yeah.
Hey, speaking of reality show, did you see Jordan Mailata was on the Masked Singer?
Masked Singer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Dude,
didn't see
he's got a voice.
He can sing?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Really?
I did not know it was him at all.
Okay.
I was shocked.
Nuts.
What did he say?
And I listened to it. By the way, I played it on the you can go to YouTube and check it out.
You sung?
He sang a song.
Oh.
I don't know the name of the song. I mean, I don't recognize the
It's
song.
a modern poppy song.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
but guess what?
You
My
can
man,
sing?
yeah,
Got pipes.
he's
Really?
got pipes.
Okay. Hidden talent.
Yeah, that's why I don't know what I mean, that's a pretty.
Oh, it's
I don't
hidden, all
want.
right.
What hidden talents you got, Billy?
I can sing.
No, you can't.
I can.
Oh,
I can sing, man.
all right. Okay. Well,
I got a lot of other.
I
hidden
think that's the
talents.
point where we should go to break.
yeah, right.
Hey, if you want to get in real quick, 609-403-0973. Tell us why you think the Sixers will win the series. With that in mind, the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's always a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. It's a short drive from the beach. For more information on how to become a member, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Excuse me, 5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Just about everybody in our area's heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, run by ex-Philadelphia tight end and ex-USFL Baltimore Stars tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. You know, Q, they have the Boston Jersey Man, the Boston Man, the Miami Man just debuted down there. He's doing a great job with these.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, and
man.
it's a great place to network.
That's
It really
right.
is.
All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers playoff basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McInnes, calling all the play-by-play action.
Kyrie steals the ball. The Sixers on the move. Harris into the lane. Bam! Right hand slam.
It's Sixers Raptors Game 1. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. Philadelphia 76ers playoff basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Red right there. Hey, we'll be right with you.
For Bianca's flower shop, spring orders and Mother's Day are a tricky arrangement.
Hey, can I get help repotting this fiddle leaf?
She needs to put the pedal to the metal and find more
Wait,
florists.
what? We're running low on daisies. How does that even happen?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you want the best for your car? Then fill up with premium at Circle K. Circle K Premium is our best fuel with double the cleaning detergent, protecting your engine from corrosion and damage so it can work at its best. And that, my friend, increases your mileage for more cha-ching in your pocket. Plus, when you fill up with premium at Circle K, you can save up to 20 cents per gallon. Offer valid Thursdays or Fridays at participating stores. For details, visit CircleK.com. Circle K. How convenient.
Searching for fun ways to spend your tax return? Boats for cats. Oh, flotation devices for cats. Don't waste it all on something silly. Spend smarter with Straight Talk. Get our Silver Unlimited plan for $45 a month with unlimited high-speed data and 5 gigs of hotspot data on the nation's largest, most dependable networks with nationwide 5G. If you're looking to get the most out of your refund, your search ends here. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. A few minutes left in the program.
Oh,
Q.
thank goodness.
Tell me.
Thank goodness.
Q.
Yeah.
You did all right. You made it through.
I made it
right?
through.
All right.
I made it
Listen,
through.
Tell me what you think. What's your prediction with the Sixers today?
I think they win by 5.
So they cover.
Yeah, they win by 5.
All right. And what do you think Joel Embiid has? How many points does he have tonight?
30 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists.
So let's just shy of a triple-double.
Yep, just shy.
All right. Gosh.
I'm currently efforting to pull up the exact numbers so I can actually reference this correctly here.
Well, it's they're 4.
You know, I see it's 4.5
4.5
right now for the
okay.
Sixers. I think the Sixers win, but they don't cover.
Wow. So you're going against what the sports book said. He said if they win, they're going to cover, right?
Here's my problem. I think this is going to be a rock fight. I think this series is going to go 6-7 games. It's going to get ugly at times. There's going to be days where Billy is losing his mind. Other days, Billy's going to be very happy, you know, but it's going to be more than usual. By the way, I'm trying to pull it up here.
Listen,
give me 1 sec.
I'll give you 1 second. I was just like, so the scores were, 114, 109, 93, 88, 119, 114. So I think it's going to be a physical, low-scoring thing, but I still believe the Sixers win this series in 6 games, and Joel Embiid has a monster series.
Guys, over under for Embiid on points is 33.5.
33. Okay.
I think Sixers win this 101-97. 101.97.
What and B? What about the over/under?
I think he goes over.
He goes over.
See, for them to win, he's got to go over on every single.
He's got to carry the team.
He's got to carry the team.
Yeah, totally agree.
What do you say, Jake the Snake? Give him the mic. Give him the mic over there.
Win by 2.
Win by 2?
Yes.
It's a close game, huh?
Close one.
Joel Embiid goes over to 30.
He will have 40 points.
All right. Wow,
There you
that's
go.
a monster game right there.
Huh?
Q, and then I guess we're not going to be able to watch the Phillies, but real quick, Q, and Josh too. So I said 93 wins. As disappointing as the start has been, they're 3-5. I still think this team can turn it around and get to 91, 92 wins.
Really?
Yeah, I do. It's early in the season. I mean,
It's
you can't.
early.
You
They
know,
gotta
people
stay
fall
healthy.
off
They
the
gotta stay-
bandwagon
Yeah, but they
already
gotta
after the
stay
first
healthy.
2 weeks.
I mean, I don't know. I'm going
Well,
under.
health. All right, you're going to go lower.
I'm going lower.
What about you, Josh?
My number's been 88.
You sticking to it?
Yeah.
So you got to stay to it. You got to stay true to it.
I think it's too early in the season for me to make too much of a judgment call. I feel like April's going to be a ramp up for a lot of teams who didn't have much of a spring training time.
That's another thing. They had a shortened
season,
abbreviated spring training.
Yeah, the billionaires and the millionaires couldn't agree on $10 million.
I look forward to tonight's game. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I can't wait to get in front of the set. We'll check out a little USFL tonight. I'll do that.
And let me take a nap when I go home.
You get there. The Phillies will win today because I'm not watching.
Yeah.
It seems like every time I don't watch, I jinx them.
No, if a tree falls in the forest,
Great show today, fellas. Let's go Sixers.
Go Sixers.
Come on, man. Let's get pumped up.
76ers basketball.
We forgot to play the song. We'll do it tomorrow.
There's a Sixer song?
Listen, tomorrow on the program, got a great show lined up. PT's back in the studio. We're going to talk with Tommy Green on the mound segment. All right, on the mound with Tommy Green. And then we'll talk with former Flyers captain Dave Poulin about the passing of Mike Bossy and the state of the Flyers on a Sunday. Easter Sunday with us.
Easter Sunday.
A happy Easter to everyone out there. Enjoy your family. All right. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll be back at it tomorrow with Pete Thompson. Until then, let's go Sixers. Bring home a win tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow here in the locker room with Billy Schweiner, 97.3 ESPN.
Pick Your Trip is back, and the Eagles Draft Party is back, where one lucky listener will win an Eagles road trip thanks to Philly Sports Trips and Ernest & Sons Old Fashioned Butcher Shop, The Sports Bash with Mike Gill will be live on Thursday, April 28th from 2 till 6 p.m. at Slack Tide Brewing Company in Cape May Courthouse, where one lucky listener will win a trip for two to the 2022 Eagles road game of their choice, which includes airfare, hotel stay, a pregame tailgate party, and 2 tickets to the Eagles road game of their choice. Just listen to the Sports Bash and Game Night at 55 after each hour for your chance to enter. When you hear the Pick Your Trip sounder, be caller number 7 at 609-573-3776, and we'll see you at Slack Tide Brewing Company with a chance to pick your trip.
Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and friction and reduce wear. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select filter for just $33.99. Try Syntec today, exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You have the choice, whether it's going out to dinner or ordering takeout at a local restaurant or buying that new outfit from a local boutique. Those choices help to put money back into your community. And Town Square Media South Jersey puts a spotlight on local businesses. Made Anew Home Remodeling. Make your dreams a reality. MadeAnewHomeRemodeling.com. Dr. Lyle M. Back. For everything skincare to cosmetic surgery, go to ILoveLyleBack.com.